Okay, I think we're live. Hi, everybody. I'm Dan Membiella. Thank you very much for joining the stream, or I hope you join the stream at some point. I just I'm going to ink this little sketch. I'm going to try to pay attention to chat in case there are any questions or any comments. But I just want to do just a short stream, hopefully. So let's see if I can just work on this quickly enough to get it so that it's dark enough so you can see it properly on the camera, and we can talk about vengeance archetypes and vengeance characters who are agents of vengeance. I really wish I had another piece of paper so that I don't drag pencil everywhere. So, Vengeance Must Die is available on Zoop right now. It is a So this is very light, but you'll be able to see it we start inking this. Vengeance Must Die is a 34-page horror period piece about the rewards at the end of a life spent in service of vengeance. And don't get scared, but it is also a Count of Monte Cristo, a last Count of Monte Cristo story, or a Count of Monte Cristo sequel. I don't know. I'm scared. I don't know what about Count of Monte Cristo. I didn't read that, or sounds not exciting. Count of Monte Cristo is the story is a sequel and or a last story, but it's not. Everything you need to know is in the story. No one will be left behind. Not only that, it is a story more about the ramifications of the life that happens after the story. So, in fact, no one really can go into the story uh, with more information about what's happening than anyone else. So, this is really, I said it's like what if and Classics Illustrated had a baby. So, um, the Vengeance Must Die looks at this agent of vengeance character, which we love in fiction so much. From, I mean, name a character that isn't an agent of vengeance. Any character who is, taking it upon themselves to right a wrong or to create a world where the original wrong cannot be uh, harm anyone. That's an agent of vengeance character. So, of course, in comics, we think I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman. Batman is a very obvious uh, first choice agent of vengeance character. But and then when the Burton Keaton movie was coming out, I remember it was very popular. Bob Kane loved saying how much Batman was a product of Zorro, and and then in a college class, I read The Count of Monte Cristo for the first time, and I was floored because The Count of Monte Cristo has so many things. I have to believe that all these different creators who worked on Batman, and even the original version of Batman, must be so influenced by um, the Count of Monte Cristo. Like the Count of Monte Cristo is a master of disguise. He can, in the classic novel, he can speak to one person in disguise, speak to that same person in a different disguise, So he'll like point to, in disguise. He'll say, "Oh yeah, go go talk to this other guy. That other guy is also him." Um, so and that's a classic Batman uh, feature. He's a master of disguise. Uh, he, of course, maybe the thing that everyone is most familiar with is his poison trick, where he has made himself immune to poisons by dosing himself, which features in The Princess Bride, as seen in The Princess Bride. But that was from I don't know if it's in an earlier piece, but it's very prominent in Count of Monte Cristo. He, as a result of being in a dark cell for 25 years ish, he has night vision. He can see very well in a no light situation. He is very erudite. So not only is he taught by his cellmate, the Abbe Faria, I hope I'm saying that right, um, many different languages and science and all these different, an education beyond what he originally had when he was imprisoned. He then travels the world with his money and is gains further insight and education on the ways of vengeance of other nations, and uses them to for his purposes of waging vengeance when he returns back home. So anyway, it was just striking to me how much of a Batman similarity there was with the Count of Monte Cristo. And way back then when I read it, I thought, oh boy, that's going to be a heck of a comic. Yeah. So well, yeah, I pitched it. My buddy John drew some sample pages, and it didn't really ever go anywhere. So then it sat unused for a long time, and now it's a different version of that story. Now here is Vengeance Must Die, whereas the original pitch was kind of like the exciting further adventures of the Count of Monte Cristo, kicking butt and taking names. This is, well, what happens after a life of kicking butt and taking names? What's left? What kind of world were you able to build around you? Who are the people in that world, if any? And uh, what what's the reward for you? You were this faithful servant to vengeance your whole life. Now what awaits you? With what coin will you be paid at the end of your life serving vengeance? Because there's this great line in the Count of Monte Cristo where he says, uh, "Providence has given me the ability to reward the good. Now may the God of retribution yield me his place to punish the wicked." And I always loved, as soon as I read that, I thought, wow, this is insane. He's asking to become the God of retribution. He's asking to take the place of the God of vengeance. So I thought, what an amazing story that would be. And now I am asking, well, what happens at the end of that amazing story? So there we have Count of Monte Cristo, not blacked in. So from Count of Monte Cristo, let's lead to Zorro, who is a different type of character, more of a protector, but still, I think, still in the same vein of as a Punisher, or someone who punishes, not the Punisher. Um, and he is he doesn't have all the tragic. See, that's another. As best as I understand, Zorro does not have all the tragic trappings that Bruce Wayne and Edmond Dantes have. So yet another reason why there's more DNA shared between uh, the Count of Monte Cristo and Batman than there is between Zorro and Batman. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but that's as I understand it. So, who is fighting against an oppressive system in old Los Angeles, and he's a pretty awesome character. I Zorro is in the public domain and also is a character that has claims to it from at least one company stating that they're the copyright holders of the image of Zorro, which really is not not true with a public domain character. But the issue is that they're a litigious company. So let's do Edmund's lips so it doesn't look so weird. If anyone can see that. The their Zorro Productions Inc. is a litigious company, and you have to go to court to prove that you have the public domain right to create a Zorro story. So in that way, they keep this narrative that they're the sole copyright owners because very few people, especially an indie comics creator, would want to go to court to prove their stake in making a Zorro comic that is clearly copyright domain, public domain. So sadly, public domain really doesn't mean anything. As if someone has money and wants to create a situation where they claim to be the owner of something that's in public domain, unless someone else has more money or has enough money to have their day in court, for all intents and purposes, they will be the copyright holder, which is sad because that's not the intent of the law. But what can you do? What can you do? So Zorro, the fox in Spanish, or fox in Spanish, is a nobleman who sees injustice and says that he has to do something about it. And I will admit that that almost reaches the full breadth of my knowledge of Zorro. And but Zorro and Batman are now interconnected because of all of the associations between the two, as far as even the Mask of Zorro became the movie that the Waynes were watching. And again, Bob Kane loved saying how much Zorro was an inspiration for Batman. Um, the Count of Monte Cristo, even so, in year one, there's so much emphasis put on Batman's training abroad, and in Count of Monte Cristo, there's even a part where at one point he acts so much like a foreigner, even though he's passing himself. He's saying that he's a person, from French minor nobility, that they start to say, well, wait, why does he act? Why does he do this? Like you know, someone not from France. So he's very, the implication is that he has traveled and he has learned all these different um, cultural notes of regarding vengeance and how you treat someone who is an enemy or someone who you distrust. All right, so you have Zorro. And let's get down here to let's give Zorro some. He's got a thing here, like a little tie that comes down, maybe. Drop a lot of black on this in a little bit. So, so then we have Batman, who is what a favorite, great character. So many awesome stories, so many awesome characterizations. I'm really digging this Bob Kane style ears lately. Did another piece, a couple pieces like that. I it looks very cool. I'm very much looking forward to Bruce Timm's Cape Crusader book that's coming out. That also has that same uh, type of ear. And so Batman is also an agent of vengeance. And like with all of these characters, there have been many stories where they develop a sense of justice being greater than vengeance. But the Count of Monte Cristo never got that treatment. So, and in Vengeance Must Die, he definitely does not get that treatment. So, Bruce's that line, "I am vengeance, I am the night," that's really doesn't really fit Batman 100% right now. I think as far as his main character, it's not really vengeance, but he definitely, he's definitely that trope. He's definitely started as that, and I'm sure he can be seen still as that, by a character that can be so many different things. I'm just trying to go fast here. Excuse me. And so Vengeance Must Die is full color. It's painted in gouache, which was a lot of fun, as I've never done anything like that. Um, I'm very glad that I did it that way. I'm happy with how it turned out, but I definitely was far outside my comfort zone with that. Um, but uh, I'm glad, and it's true. You should work outside your comfort zone, but also you have to understand that how you're going to feel about it, and that being outside your comfort zone really means being uncomfortable. So you just have to remember that's why you did it, and that's why you're here, uh, so that you can get through it. Because yeah, the number of times during all those paintings that I thought, oh, I could just make this a black and white book, and instead of having it almost felt like I was doing a whole book over again, like after inking all those pages and painting all those pages. It came out very nice. Those gouache pages are actually available on the campaign page. Several of them have sold. There's still some available. There are some more that are going to be coming up soon. I sent them over to be posted, so they should be there soon, and I'll be screaming about it online. You can always catch me screaming about things online on Blue Sky, Dan Mambiella at Blue Sky. All right, I think we're ready for some big messy blacks here. Let's see how fast we can do that. I apologize for my sniffles. I'm a chronic allergy sufferer, so and I don't know how to tell if anyone is even here. So if someone's seeing this, there's no time. So let's mess this up with a bunch of black now. I like these little VHS cases, art supplies, because I'm quirky. Okay, let's get that open. And let's do some of the smaller areas with this. I love my little Pentel brush pen. So, Vengeance Must Die is on Zoop right now. The link is in the description of the video, and it is a story of a man who has been the servant or the beast of burden to vengeance for many years and is ready to end his servitude, and how he goes about doing that and what that entails, and what awaits him in his life that he spent as a he asked to be the right hand of vengeance, and it was granted to him. And then what did that mean for him in his life? So let's see what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do, I guess we're gonna do all black here. Let's do this. The inked pages are also part of the campaign, so those are available at that URL, and as well as the color pages. And the Vengeance Must Die is a digital exclusive, and there's a standard edition, and then there's a digital plus edition. And the digital plus edition is going to have include back matter and concept drawings, the full script, and two gorgeous pinups by Pao Jiang and John Kissy that I'm very excited for. I've seen some of the art, and it's gonna be such a treat to have those in the book. They're great artists, so I'm very grateful and lucky to have them as part of the book and as friends. And I will have there's a commission level that's available as well. And the book is completed, so it will it will ship very quickly once all of the campaign once the campaign is done and everything is settled. All right, so let's see here. Let's do this. It's raining. Couldn't understand what I was hearing. So I don't know if I'm using these earbuds right with this video, so I hope there's sound to this video. And so yeah, this Agent of Vengeance character is a trope, a well-worn archetype, and we give them carte blanche in all our stories to just soak themselves in the blood of righteous vengeance. But I think we get a little lost in that, and this is a story about a time where perhaps the characters get lost in that, and I do like that because I kind of take advantage of that. I use that uh, to kind of conceal what's really happening in the story, or to kind of conceal what's about to happen in the story. So because because it is very common in stories to just have your Agent of Vengeance character just start going, you know, just goes hog wild, and we don't care that's he's doing the Lord's work. He's doing what he should be doing, and then we lose sight we lose sight of everything else. So hopefully, in losing sight of that, we keep the ending a secret to you, and comes as a twist. So yeah, I have 27 minutes. Maybe we can actually finish this. You think? We'll get really, really sloppy here. So this little piece with Count of Monte Cristo, Edmond Dantes from Vengeance Must Die, Zorro, and Batman can be yours. Just go ahead and uh, make pick up any item on the campaign that has shipping. Doesn't matter how big or how small. Uh, choose that item, and then in the comments here, be the first person to say, I picked up this piece, and then I will know to send you this piece along with it. So, in the comments, say, I picked up so and so item, and I'll know, or we'll figure it out because I'll have the backer list. Just include this with whatever item I'm shipping for you. And trying to think of what other cool powers or Batman-like attributes Count of Monte Cristo had in the story. Master Disguise does the poison thing. Oh, of course he's a master at anything he does. He's able to throw a playing card up and shoot all the numbers out of it. Uh, he can mimic death. My big head's in the way of the drawing. He escapes by pretending to be dead. He can speak all kinds of languages. He knows all about science and of the time and more, and math of the time and more. So he's a Renaissance man, but to the highest degree for that time. And so he has the poison trick that he does. If anyone doesn't know the poison trick from either Princess Bride or Count of Monte Cristo, it's that trope of um, microdosing yourself with poisons so that you become immune to the poison. And I remember when we first watched with my wife and I with the kids watched Princess Bride, showed them Princess Bride. My son asked, oh, "Is that true? Can you really do that?" And we said, like, "Yeah, it's called slowly poisoning yourself, like, but it's not something you can become immune to poison with." So I think I'm going to wrap it up here instead of just showing these last strokes. I don't see anybody asking any questions. I don't even know if anyone's here, so I'll go ahead and finish this offline. But the offer stands if you are interested in this piece. Go ahead and uh, purchase anything that has get any add-on that has shipping, and put it in the comments of this video once it's a regular video and not a live, and I will send you this piece along with your add-on. Okay, thanks very much. I'll be doing another one like this, and I hope this was fun. Take care. Thank you.